Welcome to Our Kids, sponsored by Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Ballard High School correspondent Tania Vergara-Gongora. This November, we'll meet a 4th grade class featured in the New York Times. We'll see how students are learning about local elections, and we'll check out some hands-on training in the Academies of Louisville. But first, let's meet a local hero. A Central High School student stopped to help a man who had been shot and was laying on the sidewalk. She used the skills she learned as part of the JCPS Health Science career pathway.
I was coming home from basketball practice and my dad had encountered a car in the middle of the road, and to get by it we had to go around it, and we saw this man laying on the sidewalk, and my dad had said that he was bleeding a lot and he probably had gotten shot, because I had told him that I needed to get out and help the man, and I went over to the man with my basketball bag and I put on it as hard as I could. I made a tourniquet out of my sweatshirt to stop his gunshot wound and checked his pulse, kept him breathing.
She's amazing. She is a rock star. So she's a rock star. She exceeds all expectations in the classroom. What we're teaching is getting through to the students. So it's like, wow, how incredible. I'm so proud of her. But yes, they are understanding what we are teaching.
Well, they taught us that it was going to hurt. It's supposed to hurt. So I actually did ask him if it hurt.
I'm enrolled in pre-med. I think even if you're not in the medical pathway, that this class is important. Like, there's other kids babysitting their siblings and they get choked on something. You need to know what to do. You need to know how to respond in any type of situation.
But this is why JCPS has us in the classroom. It's a very hands-on course. We have them up putting tourniquets on mannequins, on each other. How do you apply a tourniquet? How do you tie a tourniquet?
It makes me seem more confident, more prepared. Like, anything happens, then I know what to do.
And also she said, you know, if he went unconscious, I was prepared to start CPR. Wow. So not only did you know what to do, in your mind you were already thinking, what do I do next? And she was ready.
I feel good. I'm very grateful he survived, and that I could be a part of that.
She exceeded our expectations, and I'm hoping that when any of our students run into that situation, they don't run away from it, but they know how to react.
I went to visit him in the hospital. I met with his family, and he's doing great.
We are so proud of her at Central High School. As a school, we're proud of her, and as her magnet teacher, I am extremely proud of her.
4th grade students at the Johnsontown Road Elementary School were featured in the New York Times. Students spent 2 days learning the difference between reported writing and opinion writing from editors at the newspaper.
My name is Cash, and I feel like parents should appreciate kids' ideas. I'm McKinley, and I wrote high schoolers and middle schools deserve a playground too in our city.
I'm Emma, and I wrote, when you get a pet, make sure you know how to take care of it.
We're at Johnsontown Road Elementary, and the project we worked on is the New York Times.
My students have had the fantastic opportunity to write their opinion pieces that have been published in the New York Times.
Super proud of these published New York Times writers. They had a wonderful experience where they got to work with writers and editors.
The New York Times was seeking out a 4th grade class to really just hear their raw opinions, teach them a little bit about editing, a little bit about opinion writing.
We had everything from school lunches to better serving the homeless, to food insecurity, to taking care of our earth.
I wrote an opinion piece. My opinion piece was that you should keep your friends. Because I have older cousins and family, they lost their childhood friends, and I got afraid of losing my best friends.
I wrote about how homeless people should get more respect.
So this was a 2-day project with the New York Times. On the first day, a New York Times photographer came out to our school and took each student individually and did a headshot of them. I think that it was really important for them to realize the power that their words held.
We had to be on Zoom calls, and then we had to write about what we did, and then we had to tell the editors, and they helped us like fix sentences.
When I actually got to hold the newspaper, it was like, I knew it was happening, but it finally became real. To actually see their faces, to see Johnsontown Road Elementary in print, it was just incredible to actually see their work.
I'm proud of my classmates and myself, but still terrified.
It makes me feel like happy and excited, because it's like not a lot of people get to do this stuff.
So I am extremely, extremely proud of my 4th grade students.
Thanks to Blessings in a Backpack and a donation from the Justin Thomas Foundation, every student at Camp Taylor Elementary School gets a backpack loaded with nutritious meals and snacks to take home every weekend.
We're at Camp Taylor Elementary School, and we are launching our feeding program with Blessings in a Backpack in honor of the Justin Thomas Foundation, who has just come on to support all the children here at Camp Taylor.
Blessings in a Backpack is a bag that comes home for the kids every weekend. All the kids in the school get it. It means a lot for the kids in this community so that they don't go hungry over the weekend.
The Justin Thomas Foundation has donated close to $40,000 to help over 330 of our students. I had students coming to me crying because they were hungry on the weekends. So I needed additional nutritional support for our kids. And I reached out to Blessings in a Backpack, told them the story, and they reached out to the Justin Thomas Foundation. So now we are feeding the entire Camp Taylor school community.
A Blessings in a Backpack is like, you get like a bag full of like good treats or food that can like help out people. It's just some food for people that need food and something tasty to have when you get back home.
We also get like Cheez-Its, graham crackers, chicken noodle soup. We get different things like that.
They will walk through the hallways on Friday after they get their things from their lockers, and they'll say, "Oh, we have food, oh, blessings," and they are excited to get the extra food to take home. So it does help our kids.
It's pretty rare that a school gets to send a Blessings in a Backpack home to every student, and we're glad that we get to do it here at Camp Taylor. So thank you very much.
It was an exciting morning at Eisenhower Elementary as students heard candidate speeches and learned about the election process from the Jefferson County Clerk's Office.
I love Eisenhower and want to be a friendly place for all students to be happy.
I also want to be a friend to anyone who needs one. Why you should vote for me for vice president? I'll tell you why.
If I am elected, I will be a leader you can count on.
You are at Eisenhower Elementary School, and what we're doing is vote for vice president and president of student council.
I saw like kids giving speeches and how they're gonna make the school better.
And we're here today to give you the experience of what a voter does on election day.
Now this has all your candidates on it. So today I'm going to talk to you all about how you all are going to vote for your candidates for vice president and president.
I am running for president to make our school a better place. I want to make every student feel welcome.
For classrooms and school to be a cleaner place.
Last year, robotics has taught me about technology and how awesome our school is.
I am here to capitalize the U in student council.
We just watched a bunch of great people do speeches.
You're going to go over here to one of the privacy booths. You'll be able to mark your choices just like that. And then you'll be able to push it right here into the ballot box to cast your vote.
When I go vote my ballot, I choose in my head, I'm going to vote for this person. And then in 5th grade, I vote for this person.
Remember to fill in the oval, one candidate per race. What's your name, please? Yes, you're a registered voter.
It's not as hard as we think, and a lot of people are involved in it.
One candidate for each race.
When November 8th rolls around, you're going to know exactly what grown-ups are doing when they elect their officials.
Nice job. Can I get a high five? Awesome. Congratulations, you voted.
Students at Zachary Taylor Elementary School have even more opportunities to do science thanks to the STEAM cart provided by the Kentucky Science Center and Toyota Kentucky.
We're going to trace with the black markers, and then we're going to use this so also bots can like speed up and do things like that.
I'm really excited we're here celebrating this partnership and the first Maker Place STEAM cart to be in any Kentucky school. Each of these carts provide educational opportunities in all the STEAM fields. we're able to provide more than a single day of science learning to Zachary Taylor elementary students.
From the time these activities come out until the time you put them up, there's full engagement. Like, these kids have not stopped working the whole time they've been in here, and they're building and they collaborate. It's been wonderful to watch it just the week we've had it.
I am a wee bit biased, but I feel like our teachers are the most creative and intelligent here in the district, and our students are the best, the brightest, and they have the biggest potential. So if anybody deserves this opportunity, it really is like the students and teachers at Zachary Taylor.
This is probably gonna help me in like coding or stuff. It's really fun because it's like I like to see them move around.
It's really cool, and I think everybody really likes it that's doing it.
And I'm just really excited about the magic that they're gonna create with this science card and the activities that's packed in the card.
We must begin now to prepare this next generation of engineers and scientists by inspiring them with the opportunities that are available to them and the joy that comes with exploring and trying new things.
Basically, we packed every single one of these activities for about 25 students to be able to do an activity at once. So it's worth an entire classroom worth of supplies, students being able to collaborate with each other in groups or individualistic components of that activity.
You gave me a push. You gave me a push.
You see students who school might not be their favorite thing and they might not get excited about learning, but right off the bat, these students are engaged, they're interested, and it's very impactful. So as an educator, it's extremely exciting to see something where even if we might think of it as a small little robot, the impact and the inspiration that it can provide is incredible.
We've got more JCPS stories coming up. Stay tuned.
It's time to explore your JCPS school choice options for next year. If your student will be 5 years old before August 1st or is a current 5th or 8th grade student, now is the time to take action. Find out about the exciting programs we offer and whether you need to apply for the schools that fit your students' interests. Visit our open houses, check out the interactive choices guides on our website, or contact Jefferson County Public Schools with questions and to receive assistance with the application process. The regular school choice period closes in December. We are JCPS.
I love being a JCPS athlete. I love the dedication in my sport.
It's just a great thing to do.
I love JCPS athletics because it teaches you about leadership.
I love JCPS athletics because it gives you a sense of belonging and family.
It gives me an opportunity outside of the classroom to be with my friends and teammates and work hard.
It's fun and I get to hang out with my friends.
Our coaches care for us.
I like JCPS sports because I like to win.
Es el momento de actuar. Si su estudiante cumple 5 años antes del 1 de agosto o cursa el 5º o 8º grado, es el momento de tomar acción. Pregunte sobre los programas disponibles y si debe completar solicitudes para las escuelas que se ajusten a los intereses de su estudiante. Visite la jornada de puertas abiertas, consulte la guía de elecciones en nuestro sitio web o contacte a las escuelas públicas con preguntas o para ayuda con la solicitud. El periodo de elección de escuelas termina en diciembre. Somos JCPS.
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm Ballard High School correspondent Tania Vergara-Gongora. Fairdale High School is training the next generation of local heroes with hands-on experience at the Fire and Law Academies.
This is the body cam. It can take pictures and record. This is the radio. There's another one connected to it. This is a fake gun right here.
You're at Fairdale High School, and what we're going to do, we're going to show you some of the things that we do with the students here. We're going to do a traffic stop demonstration. We're going to run radar. Are you all ready now?
Go ahead.
This is law enforcement. We teach the kids what the police do, how they do it.
We're learning how to do traffic stops and pull over people, and then we also learn about the breathalyzer to see if they're driving with DUI.
This is the breathalyzer.
that we use to test if he had any alcohol in his system or not.
We have freshmen here now, and we are introducing them to the traffic stops, but we have some older kids here that have done it. We're going to kind of put all the things together that we've been doing.
This has helped me because when I came into the academy, I wasn't for sure if I wanted to be a police officer, but now that I've been in it for 4 years, I'm for sure know what I want to do when I do go to college and when I graduate.
Then the fire gets going real good again, just see it rolling over the ceiling, out that door. All right?
We try to expose them to a lot of different careers here at Fairdale.
Everything that we do in here, any day, whether it's testing out equipment or climbing ladders or doing stuff like this right here, seeing things, seeing the flashover, it's just everything's hands-on and it's all creative and you get to have fun with it.
I think it's really exciting because we get to do real life experiences, and if anyone wants to actually be a police officer or something, they get the experience already because outside we do very hands-on activities.
Boom. Okay, so that is a backdraft. Everything's fully involved.
I would say that this is the best program here, the way that Chief Shirley has structured it.
It makes me really grateful because not a lot of kids get this opportunity, so I'm very grateful that I came to the school with this magnet program and I was able to learn everything that I did.
JCPS and T-Mobile have formed an innovative technology partnership. Let's see how it works at 2 of our schools.
Our students, they use their Chromebooks in literacy, they use it in math. We integrate social studies and literacy, they use it in science.
T-Mobile has worked very closely with JCPS to provide embedded devices with connectivity for students across the district. At the start of the pandemic, Dr. Belcher and I just happened upon one another and we started talking and brainstorming in a very innovative, visionary way. We really birthed this idea of, having students connected with devices that are always connected.
We're excited to be able to provide not just devices, but anytime, anywhere internet access for our students. And so we're able to do that by partnering with T-Mobile. And now we have equitable access for all of our kids. So not just kids at certain schools or certain locations, so it's all kids in JCPS.
It's basically a laptop, but for kids to work on for school.
Every child, every single one of our 460 plus students has a device that has its own internet that they can use at any given time.
Every single aspect you use technology in your daily life. And so you can see we're here at elementary school. Our kids are doing this in kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. So we couldn't be more pleased on what our kids are doing and our staff and our teachers and our administrators on the support we've had for this.
Kids who don't have internet access at home, they get one of our LTE-enabled computers from T-Mobile. By shrinking that digital divide, providing internet access at home, providing a computer at home, kids can research things, they can look up things. They're still learning how to work with computers.
I really like it because you can do work on it, and it's gonna help me a lot because if I'm probably become an engineer or somebody that creates video games or codes, then I would probably need to learn how to work a device.
By giving that computer in their hand, even if they're just getting on YouTube and watching silly videos, they're still learning how it works, how to get online to things. That is still shrinking that digital divide.
So if there is a device that goes home with a student, there's not a concern of if there's a public Wi-Fi somewhere or if their parents have home internet access. They know that when they step outside of the classroom, they're still going to be connected 24/7.
It has just really opened up a world for them. It gives them the ability to independently look into things and to connect to class. You can do it anywhere. They can use it on the bus. They can use it at home. They can use it in Granny's house. They can use it anywhere. They can use a cell phone.
I think it's pretty cool.
We've done a lot of amazing partnerships, and I can tell you JCPS by far is one of the partnerships that has been the most innovative and the most fulfilling. The relationships that we've been able to build with district leadership has been second to none. The conversations we have, the ability to sit and brainstorm and talk about the future of education, it's only done here in JCPS.
A group of students at Ballard High School are learning valuable skills about business and marketing. I got to tag along to see the process.
Tell us a little bit about how the coffee cart got started.
Yeah, so we started it as an opportunity for our kids to get some work experience outside of our classroom. We go out in the community some, but with COVID and things like that, it kind of got a little tricky, and it just gives them an opportunity to make the coffee themselves, budget the money. It's 50 cents a cup. Teachers fill out a Google form in the mornings, and they can select what days of the week they want, and it's an opportunity for our kids to get some functional reading skills where they read the orders, they work with the money. So it's just a good way to have our kids practice a bunch of skills just in one little setting or one.
What if students want some coffee?
I'm sorry, I don't know, we're not selling to students.
Why do you like doing the coffee cart?
It's fun and amazing and talented and stuff.
Students from the Health Science Pathway at Atherton High School recently toured the Norton Children's Hospital. Duncan Irwin has the story.
Everybody knows the busy life of hospital workers, and Atherton High School students got to experience their hard work firsthand. Mrs. Goodwin, who teaches in the biomedical pathway at Atherton, went with her students to Norton Children's Hospital.
So the biomedical students, as part of their first project, are coming up with innovations. So something new to add to an emergency room to make it better in some way. And so we had a lot of really creative and unique ideas, and this was just an opportunity to kind of come and see how an actual emergency room is set up and how it flows.
So I'm Dr. Danielle Graff. I am one of our pediatric emergency medicine physicians, and I'm also the fellowship director, which is where residents go on to do a specialty in pediatric emergency medicine. And I am one of the attendings downstairs that sees all the patients that come through our ER. I think people that go into emergency medicine are rare creatures because we thrive on that adrenaline that comes with traumas. It is actually what I love. So I went into academic medicine because I love teaching. And so my whole job is to train that next kind of generation of pediatric emergency medicine fellows that will go on and do wonderful things, hopefully.
Mia Harris, one of the students who went on this trip, shares what she has learned from it.
I definitely think this experience just kind of made or break like what kind of career we want to go into, and just like what kind of career field that we want to pursue. I think everyone really liked to see different people in that field and to just also kind of go around and see what it might look like to be in that different career field. Definitely used that experience just to kind of just solidify what they wanted to do. Just kind of like, no, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to go into. And we also got to talk to people in oncology, which was definitely my favorite part. I definitely want to do something in oncology and something to do with cancer patients.
Looks like Atherton future healthcare workers learned a lot on their field trip. For our kids, I'm Atherton correspondent Duncan Irwin.
Ballard High School alum David DeSanctis shares his path at acting and now is a sought-after public speaker.
I'm David DeSanctis.
He's a movie star.
Can you please give me a ride?
And renowned public speaker who grew up in Louisville, a product of Jefferson County Public Schools.
I started off at Fairdale Elementary, then I went to Kimmerer Middle School, then I went to Ballard High School. Then after that, I went off to college.
David DeSanctis is one of thousands of JCPS alumni with disabilities who have become their own success stories.
I have Down syndrome.
David graduated from Ballard High School, became an actor, and quickly landed a starring role in Where Hope Grows.
I've never driven a car before. That was my big break. And then after that, I had other auditions coming in of overwhelming ways of back to back, back to back, back to back, back, back.
That meant more movie roles and flying around the country as a much requested speaker.
I do consider myself a star, but I don't like to brag about myself. I like others to brag about me. This is the Citizens Award.
While David is proud of the awards and honors he's received, he is also quick to talk about the people who got him here, including his JCPS teachers and his favorite teacher, Chris Vey from Wilder Elementary.
And she was the very first teacher that introduced me to the Harry Potter series. And in fact, I hated reading books. And I hate reading out loud. So she really pushed me.
And in high school, it seems, David was active in everything, from manager of sports teams to performing in plays.
The acting class, even I joined the drama club as well. I did the drama class, I did broadcasting, and all of that led me into an extremely lucky role of it in the movie of Rose from 90 years ago.
So the kid from Louisville is a proud JCPS alum with some advice for current JCPS students.
Never let anyone or anybody get in the way of you and your dreams.
Correspondent Audra Barbieri introduces the Atherton High School's publication, The Ariel.
The Atherton Ariel is the #1 student publication statewide, where Atherton High School students showcase their journalism and design skills.
So the Ariel is a school publication. It's a school magazine that really is a platform for students who want to voice their opinions and just learn about what journalism is, and to give them a taste of journalism, whether they want to pursue that or not.
The Ariel's mission is kind of just to get information out and to also build up leadership skills and writing skills in students, to help students just attack different forms of writing and to learn different ways that writing can be both informative and fun.
First and foremost, looking to see how they pursued their interests. So this is not a publication where we assign stories. Students bringing in their issues that they want to pursue and research and interview, but also, I guess, pursuing things that they themselves are passionate about, really lends a voice and an inspiration to developing the best journalism we can.
So we have the writing staff and we have the design staff, and so as a member of the design staff, my job is to create what is actually seen, like the visuals, right? And as a member of the writing staff, their job is sort of write the stories and to give us what we need to be able to create the Ariel itself.
Everyone's really collaborative and communicative. Everybody likes their job, so we're all really having fun with it, so yeah.
Oh, you have almost complete creative freedom. Mr. Reinhardt likes to challenge us in thinking about how what we're doing affects people in writing and in design, but in design specifically. He makes sure that we see what could this mean graphically, how could this translate, what could this be construed as.
From working in a student-driven environment to having complete freedom while working on the publication, the Ariel provides students with a creative and artistic perspective. And for JCPS Our Kids, I'm Atherton correspondent Audra Barbieri.
Meet opera singer student Alex Suarez, who attended the Newcomer Academy last year and is now enrolled at YPAS, where his talent speaks for itself. Thanks for watching our show. You can find entire episodes on our JCPS YouTube channel. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.